4 men accused of killing a Brit found dead at Malaga airport with his genitals in an empty tuna can have been charged with manslaughter. The 4 suspects, named as Fins Jussi Petteri Munk, Kimmo Tarpeevo, Mika Tapio Soyim and Irishman James O'Byrne, will face up to 3 years in prison each, with an extra year sought for subjecting the victim to degrading treatment. Stephen Frank Alford, 51, was found dead on a bench at the airport in October last year with his trousers pulled around his ankles and ham placed on his backside. Stephen Alford, 51, a homeless man, was found dead at Malaga airport in October, tied to a bench and stripped from the waist with ham on his buttocks and his genitals in a tuna can. The homeless man was found lying face down on the bench, which he had been tied to, in a landscaped area near the arrivals lounge and a busy train stop. A slice of ham had been left on each of his exposed buttocks and his genitals placed inside an empty tuna can. A post-mortem revealed he choked to death on his own vomit after a heavy drinking session. Initial fears Mr. Alford's death could be a hate crime based on homophobia, a fear of vagrants, gave way to a new theory as the investigation advanced that he was targeted in a row over food. Police were told he had fallouts with other men sleeping rough at Malaga airport because he was mean about sharing food and drink with them but always expected a portion of theirs. Avo, described as a giant, was arrested days after Mr. Alford's death and remanded in prison on suspicion of his manslaughter after a witness told police he often carried plastic ties similar to the ones used on the dead Brit. O'Brien, who like the other suspects slept rough in Spain, was arrested in the port city of Algeciras an hour and a half's drive from Malaga after Spanish police were handed a video posted on Facebook. All suspects are said to have clean police records in Spain apart from 58-year-old O'Brien, whose birthplace has not been revealed. The 3-page prosecution document says, despite the drunken state the man who later died was in, the suspects not only tied him to the bench, something that the accused Monk personally verified, but also filmed the scene and even placed a lit cigarette in his mouth after having put it between his buttocks and placed his naked testicles in an empty can for fun. The suspects acted as if they were filming a news report, which they ended up posting on the Facebook page of the accused Soyim. When they had laughed as much as they needed, they left Mr. Alford to his fate. Because of the drunken state he was in, and because it was practically impossible for him to move due to the plastic ties, he ended up choking to death from his own vomit, something the suspects could have prevented by simply making a call so Mr. Alford received medical assistance. Fellow rough sleepers Jussi Petteri Munk, Kimmo Tarpeevo, Mika Tapio Soyim and James O'Byrne have now been charged with manslaughter in what police believe was a revenge attack carried out during a row over food. The type of manslaughter the 4 suspects are accused of is regarded as serious under the Spanish Penal Code.